time because I did the little shit. Like I made my free throws, played defense, and I never turned the ball over. I might not have scored as much as everybody else, but I did the little shit. This dude, Trey Murphy. What are you doing today? Well, lost because of this dude. That's crazy. Jordan Hawkins missed 30. They're getting pummeled.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, for some reason I'm logged onto the neural network, and that's why all of us. What's up?
Who's the greatest Cincinnati Bearcat team of all time?
Ooh, that's got to be. Wait, let me relog in. Hold on, one second.
Where did Dane go to school at?
Dane with the Weber State.
Yeah. The only dude I know that went to Cincinnati was Kenyon Martin.
Ding, 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 ding.
But from what he tells in his stories, his team wasn't that good.
No.
His senior year anyway.
No. What he says in his stories was that when they were number one in the nation, when he broke his leg.
Right.
They were prior to win the national championship
that year. Right.
Was Nick Van Exel the point guard?
Year?
Nick Van Exel was with Danny Forson and Danny.
That was the greatest squad. That was the greatest.
Sure that was
with the truck drivers, yeah. That was the greatest squad. Yes, that was the greatest squad.
I'm gonna say Kmart. I'm gonna say Kmart. DeMar Johnson was on the team. Pete Michael, Melvin Levitt, and if he didn't leave, he was supposed to be on that team, and he didn't leave early. Ruben Patterson.
Oh.
I'm gonna implore everybody to go look up that final. What was it? Final Four against North Carolina.
Yeah, that was the 93.
When it was the University of Cincinnati versus North Carolina. Nick was shooting from the logo. He didn't care about your family. Like these people, parents was in the building. Now, North Carolina being North Carolina, you knew what happened in the second half.
Dean Smith, they
knew what happened in the second half. It got dark. It got dark. But that first half,
could it be dark? It was in the damn dome.
It was. Dean Smith knew how to apply defense. He knew how to apply it. And also, like I talk about a lot of coaches who get to the big dance and it don't work out for them when they get to the big dance. Man, we got that coach right there. He had a lot of talented teams. No. He went to West Virginia, not Huggins. Bob Huggins. Yeah, he had some. Oh man, he had some talented teams. He had some talented teams.
Don't get me wrong. Nick Van Exel and Danny Forson and those other guys that was on that team, I do like it, but it still don't compare to the team with Kenyon Martin. Like I said, DeMar Johnson, 6'9" point guard. 6'9" point guard. Other than Magic Johnson, where you seeing that at? And Jalen Rose. Yeah. Melvin Levitt, who could jump out the gym. You had Pete Michael, who was pretty much Mr. Everything. I'm a scorer, I could defend, I could rebound, I could do this, I could do that. And like I said, if Rule Patterson, if the Kobe stopper would not have left to go to the NBA. And the crazy thing about that, they lost in the second round because you lost your anchor. That was the whole thing. The anchor of the team was Kmart. He, when you talk about he didn't he was just straight defense. I remember when he was in high school, he was at Brian Adams. He was kicking everybody's ass, and like he didn't have no type of offense, no type of offensive game to his repertoire when he was in high school. He was catch ball in the paint, dunk, block, rebound, probably fight a nigga or two, pretty much that's what he was. But when he got to Cincinnati, he got eat weights, work on little stuff, jump hook, mid-range.
For everybody watching, sorry about that. Let me interrupt you real quick, Doc. For everybody watching, again, I want to thank y'all for joining another edition of the Madness Basketball Podcast. It is CIAA week. The tournament has kicked off with the ladies earlier today. We'll get into that. Hopefully, Liv will get a break and she can pop in and give us some of her insights. Sad and joyous occasion. Diana Taurasi has decided to hang up her gym shoes and call it a career. Many call her the GOAT. And she is the leading scorer in league history. So I want to thank her for allowing us to watch her play. From a teenager, what's going on, Coy? From a teenager to being a full-grown woman, 42 years old. We got to see her full growth as a woman. So thank you.
Open.
You know what? I'm gonna hope and pray we get Liv in here at some point. So I'm gonna start somewhere that's gonna be a little controversial, but why not?
Let's go.
I got an issue. I got an issue. Right.
What you got?
My New York Knicks. We got a coaching problem.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Yes, man. Right. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not here for it. This don't make no sense.
3. You've been swept by the Cavs. I don't even want to call them the Cavs. Let's call them the tiny top backcourt and the Celtics. Not because you don't have talent, but because whatever 1-5 pick and roll is, what it is Cat in the pick and roll defense is a problem. Every time you dropping off. Why are we giving up threes? Because the 7-foot center on pick and roll defense hedges and then falls back to the free throw line. And I want to blame Cat, but this got to be on Tibbs. Tibbs got to call the timeout and say, stop doing it. Or bench him.
You gonna bench a dude that's
it's
scored
getting
30?
ridiculous. If you giving up 55, what's the point? At this point, it is automatic. Pick and roll, drop 3. It ain't rocket science. I ain't even no basketball coach, but I know shooting over a 7-footer as opposed to shooting over nobody, it's got to be a harder shot. It's got to.
Yeah.
And please understand, when we got this man, I was like, Tibbs gonna turn him into a defensive stopper. Stop it, Troy. That's the stopper. Stop it, Troy. So all y'all that was was wondering why. Sorry about that. I had a little breakup. All y'all wondering why Minnesota paid all that money for a center that the only thing he can do is play defense? Now you know. But this is
you saying that all Cat can do is play defense?
Somebody, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Rudy. You talking about Rudy?
Rudy.
He can't. No, I'm talking about Rudy. Rudy Gobert. That's why you get Rudy, because Cat ain't gonna play no defense.
But I mean,
the only thing Rudy can do is affect people's shots down low, and people ain't even scared of that no more.
Right. So like maybe younger Rudy Gobert was somebody, to cast some type of fear, because he's 7'2", so he got the height. He has the ability to block shots. We all know that. That's why he's won multiple defensive players of the year, which I think were flukes. Because why is everybody trying you? I don't think they all were flukes. I think the first one was maybe one of the first two were legit, but some of the other ones, yeah, no.
Talking about the defensive player of the years?
Yeah.
The last one was a fluke.
Because the one that he won with Utah, like, that was legit because they were also number one in the league. Same thing with like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley and them. Like, you gotta have you gotta have a reason why your team is where they're at, and they're good defensive big men at the time. At the time they were. Like you said, that was a younger Rudy Gobert. So
who was supposed to win? Who was second in as defensive player of the year last season?
Victor.
Yeah, Victor was.
But they both play the same. But they both play the same way. They play. Victor plays out the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Plays out the ball. He's active. He doesn't guard the paint. I mean, because he has such a reach, and he can recover. He plays help side defense. If you post him up, it's lunch meat.
We're not finna do this. We're not finna. No. We finna put this right back on Tibbs. Y'all trying to take it light on that man. We're not taking it light on Tibbs, man. We're putting this. The onus is on Tibbs. We can talk about Rudy Gobert
is definitely on Tibbs,
not being who he is, but this on Tibbs.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. You can't be getting blown out by the the teams that you're gonna need to see in the postseason. This is why we have the regular season. Thank God, right? It's not the end of the season, but come the playoffs, you're gonna run into one of these teams. You have to find an answer, or you're gonna get swept. You're gonna get 4-0. That's what it's looking like. So you got to figure it out. It's cool that you can beat everybody else, but you got to beat the team. And the two teams that are in their conference. It'd be different if there was like the top teams in the West, like how deep the West was a couple of years ago or whatever, and you're losing to them. All right, whatever. It's Western Conference teams. You're losing to teams and one of them is in your division. So like you gotta make it happen. You gotta figure it out.
We got beat by Oklahoma City. Did we get beat by?
Don't act like Oklahoma City is a slouch because they.
No, that's what I'm.
No, that's the point. Like you put all
this money
together. Right? You're in win now mode. You did it.
Y'all are fourth in the East, right?
Yeah.
Third. They don't want that.
Third. It should be.
They don't
want third, fourth.
They don't want that 4-5 matchup.
Now they don't want the 4-5 matchup, but I'm gonna tell you what y'all really don't want. Cleveland in the second round. That's what you don't want.
No, they're gonna end up with Boston they're not gonna play Boston in the second round. Cleveland got the best record
against Boston.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
They just got man.
Only because I feel like they have a better
a better matchup.
The matchups favor New York more so than against Cleveland.
Agreed.
I don't think nobody wants to play Cleveland right now. If you ask
Just
me,
the way that they're playing is.
I mean,
Like,
in New York, if New York played Cleveland in the second round, like who's guarding Spider?
It don't matter if the pick and roll is the problem.
Who guarding DG? Who guarding DG? Who guarding Darius Garland? Who guarding him?
I don't have a problem if we play straight up defense, whatever happened. But we're not playing straight up defense. We are playing bail out defense.
It might not matter.
Not gonna listen.
It might not matter. They all could. Jalen Brunson and Cat just play. No. I'm saying because the other three guys, when you have Hart, you built a team to beat them, to beat that type of team too. Honestly, let's keep it real.
But
because
the strategy is if we drop it.
They constructed the team to beat the Celtics.
Right, but like, okay, Bridges can play defense on the perimeter, and so can OG. So as long as Brunson, the two dudes that we are claiming that can't really play too much defense, as long as they can play defense and do their job, those games, they can make it happen. I think they can be both teams.
6'1" guard.
But Bridges can guard them. What? Bridges can clamp that? Are you kidding me?
But they're gonna have
wingspan and how quick he is.
But they're gonna have Bridges on.
Who? Mitchell, right?
Who's the three man for Cleveland?
DeAndre Hunter. OG will guard that, or Josh Hart will guard that.
Josh Hart, the side chick for all NBA trades.
He used to be, till he found himself a home.
Josh Hart has played good defense.
He's a great player. I love him.
Oh my God.
Great effort. I love him.
I don't. And I ain't gonna take too much more time. I'm sick of Tibbs.
So my thing is, like, who do you hire? Boom. My next question to you is, who do you hire?
I've had real quick here.
Y'all should be able to beat the 76ers.
I must have missed that, DK.
Now, so if you had it your way, who would you hire?
Ime.
But he's already a coach. So who else you hire?
I'm
about to say Ime in Houston, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He ain't leaving there. He ain't leaving that. The team that he got in Houston, he is not leaving that.
See what I'm saying?
Alfred Sengun and Jalen Green, he is not leaving that to go to New York.
Hear me out. I can't say I'm conflicted because Sam Cassell would be my first answer, but I need him in Tallahassee.
Oh boy.
So I can't say Sam Cassell. So I gotta say Ime because that's my number 2. I know that it'll make TP happy with me, but New York is the city of dreams.
What are we talking about?
New York is the city of dreams. Houston is nice. Don't get me wrong. I like Houston, but New York,
the weather is better. The food is better.
The music is better. Hey,
that's the only country.
Hey, TP, just tell her don't get caught on Bissonnette.
Hey, don't be down there with the ladies of the night, man.
Well, for all those who follow the podcast for a long time, there is a clip about Hotel Derek. Go, it's on the YouTube channel. Go look, check it out. I didn't know that was where the ladies of the night congregated. Now I feel racially profiled because nobody approached me. But no, again, Tibbs is a great coach, but at some point, At what point do we require him to like produce to get over the hump? Because
this year, what do you mean?
Right. Yeah.
How many chances has he gotten everywhere he's been?
That man
Exactly.
got a chance. He got his first gig in Chicago, right? That was his first coaching. That was his first head coaching gig, right?
And he ran Derrick Rose into the ground.
Right. And he ran that whole team into the ground. He ran even Jimmy Butler into the ground. Yeah. That's the reason why he left.
So if you don't win this year, we got to look at some point. It ain't everybody else. You the common denominator. You know,
agree.
You are the common denominator. So, but moving on because I don't want to get into my little diatribe. Me and Doc participated in a Twitter Spaces this weekend. That was rather interesting. And for those that listen to that Twitter Space, please understand I created a fans platform, right? I speak for the fans. I talk like a fan on purpose because players have their platforms to speak their grievances, their experiences, and whatever. The analytics guys and the smart guys have their platform to speak. I'm going to always speak as a fan because the paying customer gets overlooked all the time in this new media era. So Randall, very smart guy, author, very, very smart guy.
That's you? That's you?
Yeah.
The paying customer?
Yeah, I mean, I pay to go to events. What are you talking about? I pay good money to go to events.
Troy show up talking about you ain't see my email.
Hey man, if you don't answer my email,
I'm on the list. Check it again.
But
it's
we gotta have when we start having these conversations about I say, you know what? I'm not with you. I'm not with you, Whitley. But we gotta remember that whatever discussions we're having about the state of games, that
politics,
that too, it is the paying fan, the paying customer. Whatever discussions or whatever proposals that we make will be affected by these policies and decisions. So I'm going to always, again, speak for the paying fan, the paying customer. And I say all that to say this. I said the NHL had a more impactful All-Star week and a half, because it was a week and a half, than the NBA. And everybody wanted to get up in arms about it. But again, I'm going to say, I was at sports bars that was playing USA versus Canada 2.
The Four Nations?
Yeah. I'm like, listen, it was.
I think
it is to the point
had more of a vested interest in it because of the state of the politics in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what we see where politics intertwines with sports. We saw that Super Bowl, with the whole USA versus Canada thing, and then with that game being kind of like the exhibition or whatever, because you get all of the best USA guys, and now we got to go beat Canada. So now it's a vested interest because it's the whole country. With the All-Star game, your team might not be represented, your favorite player might not be, playing at a particular moment. So it's like, you look at the vested interest.
Well, you know what though, man?
Yeah.
The vested interest in that Four Nations was US and Canada in the first 7 seconds of the soon as that puck dropped.
Hey.
Down, gloves off, let's go.
Hey, what we say in the hood? On site is on site.
It's on site.
You boo? All right, now it's up.
Hey, on site is on site. When I see you and where we at.
He said, if I see, I'm gonna see you on site. It's on site, and they saw each other on site and squabbled for the first probably what 10 minutes before
10
the actual game clock was even going. I was like, you know what? This is what. You know what? A lot of people ain't too big. Black people ain't too big a fan of hockey. I like a hockey fan. Of course, I'm a Stars fan. I grew up when I lived in Oakland. I remember when they brought the San Jose Sharks as an expansion team to the Bay, and I grew up watching that. But when it come down to it, them dudes, they're like baseball players. If you think about this, they remember shit.
They had a group chat going. There was a group chat.
I'm talking about before they even have a group chat, before cell phones, all this stuff like that. I'm talking about dude would be like, man, you cross-checked me like 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna see you when I see you the next time we play. And then next thing you know, gloves out, let's go. You gotta squabble. That's what I like. Sometimes that's what I like. But then it's like just the play of hockey is good. Now, when you think about it, why was the NBA All-Star game down? Why was viewership down this year? Why has it been down the last couple of years? Because you keep tinkering with it. Folks, the top main guys don't want to play or they are hurt, which they can stop themselves from getting hurt, but it's circumstances with that. But
I think another reason is a lot of the games aren't competitive. I think a lot of the games aren't competitive to the point where we see a lot of blowouts and teams start to pull their starters. Like if they're not within like 10 points going into the fourth quarter, I've seen it where teams just don't play their starters. They start resting people instead of actively trying to win the game. It's always like we can just win the next one. We can just win the next one. So that lack of competitive nature has hurt the game. Couple that with star players not playing on some nights, you got resting. And as a whole, it just hasn't been very entertaining.
Yes, and they got a referee problem.
They've been had a referee problem since 2001.
Shit, maybe.
But it's worse though. Like but at least in 2000. No, you're right. But at least in 2001, like TP said, we still had a league full of competitors. Like they were going just because they did not want to lose to each other. Nobody. Right now, a team can be sitting in 8th place right now, and they good with that. Whereas before, if you were 8, you were just the first loser. Like nobody wanted to be 8.
Nah.
So, but I mean, overall competitiveness isn't going to go back up because we're not getting away from everybody get a trophy no time soon. So if these dudes has
giving out participation trophies
have never honestly lost anything or had to play that hard to win anything, when do you build competitiveness?
Right.
You know what though? I another podcast that I watch or show, on YouTube is Gil's Arenas. And I know Gil is an asshole, but when he was out there pooping, he was a dog. He like his mentality is who I'm going up against. Like when he said I gave Kobe 60, even though he gave the whole team 60. He said I gave Kobe 60.
He was adamant about that.
He was very adamant about that. He was like, I didn't give the team 60. I gave him 60. If he was guarding me, I gave him 60. But like you don't even see that though. We don't even see that now. Like when Kobe gave Toronto, I'm not gonna say just one person. when Kobe gave Toronto, the whole team of Toronto, the whole city of Toronto, the whole nation of Canada, 81 points in that game. Like what did you say? What was your thought process about that?
Yeah, I guess you gotta say like he gave all of us 81.
He gave all of us 81. It's like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a Mavs fan. When he dropped 62 on us and didn't play the fourth quarter, I was looking at that as, boy, y'all, you trying to disrespect us over here, man. Like, we don't see that no more. You don't see that no more. And especially like back in the 80s when Larry Bird called his shots. No, for real. When he called his shot, he told you what he was gonna do. And he did it. I mean,
listen, you understand why Dr. J fought that man, right? You understand why Dr. J fought that man.
I understand every fight Larry Bird ever got in. I understand.
Because he was talking shit.
There's not one time that man has been hit in the face. I've been like, oh,
he was talking shit, and he backed it up.
Yes, he did.
And he backed it up. Like, you can't get mad because what he said he actually did. He just a hood country white boy from Indiana.
When that man told the Detroit Pistons, why you put the white boy on me?
He said that was disrespect. He said that was total disrespect.
Which it was.
All right.
It was.
Which it was. Given
you're not gonna put Dennis on me. You're not gonna put second.
Looking at the level of talent that they put on him. I guess it ain't racist because he white, but you know what I mean? Because like if a black person said, it's a problem. You can't say that. You know?
Not and we say it though, but we mean it.
Say it.
I mean, but you know, in the aspect of that, because imagine if Magic Johnson had the ball and was like, "Oh, you gonna put this white boy on me?" The whole United States would have had a fit.
They already had a fit.
I mean, it's a whole movie called White Man Can't Jump. How mad can you actually get?
But see, TP, remember, they was already mad for what Dennis Rodman had said that he said, was it Dennis Rodman? Said that Larry Bird would just be another white guy. Like,
that was Dennis.
Yeah, that was Dennis.
That was Dennis.
and then Isaiah Thomas doubled down on what Dennis said.
Oh, they crazy. They crazy. Nah, they crazy.
I know. Also, that wasn't the era of cancel culture as well. That didn't start until a few years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It really wasn't. It really.
We can't use today's politically correctness to, you know, mirror what was going on back in the 80s.
They still had cocaine in the locker room.
Welcome to the show.
Smoking cigarettes.
What's up, Marlo?
What's up, y'all? Hey, Marlo, they had cocaine in the locker room, smoking cigarettes, drinking a beer.
Cocaine and cigars. and pimps.
First off, you're not gonna talk about my point guard like that. He just had a flash way of dressing. We're not gonna talk about my point guard like that.
They had pimps in the locker room too.
Well, again, but that's so when we start making aspersions, and I understand why some people think that when we start critiquing the NBA and talking about the product, that there are ecosystems that affect their pockets. I understand the pushback. Hell, if the NBA goes to the crap, it's going to affect this podcast. It's going to affect how I speak or whatever. But we also got to remember the fan is the paying customer. And we got to respect the paying customer. So we got to speak honestly about what we see.
Well, they can say Where some people was so they try to cancel. Remember they try to cancel Abdul Rauf for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to cancel him
Talk
quick.
about it.
Yeah, they did.
They tried to cancel that man quick. Like, and he stood on what he stood on. And let's just say he would have played maybe 4 or 5 more extra years in the NBA. And the way the game was changing, he would have been. You would not even hear about no Steph Curry until later on.
What's going on, Russ?
Until later on.
Some more stuff that I heard this weekend about the lack of skill back then. Let me go ahead and enlighten y'all on some things, right? Let's take KD as an example. KD,
I don't think skill was an issue.
KD is not an anomaly. That you
KD
can
is
literally
just an alien.
he's just the next version of Alex English, of Mr. Finger Roll, George Gervin, the Iceman.
English and Irvin could not shoot like Kevin Durant.
Hold on. Time out.
No.
Gervin could shoot. Gervin was a shooter.
They can shoot the mid-range, yes, but I'm talking about pulling up, coming down. They could not do what KD can do.
There was first off, there was no incentive. There was no incentive to shoot the 3 ball. But what I will say this, if you look at KD's mid-range and you look at Gervin's mid-range, it's the same shot.
It really is. You think about it, it is.
But that was considered a long ball then, though.
Kevin Durant is 7 feet tall. They were 6'5" and 6'6". George Gervin was 6'5". Alex English
because we put the 7-footers in the paint.
Where they supposed to be?
That is why Kevin Durant is an anomaly.
That defense of 3 seconds.
He is an anomaly because we've never seen anybody like him. You can't use Gervin and English to compare to Kevin Durant because he's 7 feet tall. He can handle the ball with the best of them, and he has the 3 balls that they didn't have.
Y'all talking all around the real problem with today's NBA and the NBA of old. There ain't no thugs on today's NBA teams.
I said
there are 0.
No NBA vets on the team, like old school thugs.
I said that.
There are no thugs. There are nobody standing on business on none of these teams. If they get out, they go out the stadium and it's an altercation. Ain't none of these cats stepping up and getting in the paint with none of that.
I argue they don't have nobody in the game willing to do it. Udonis Haslem was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one. Like we just talked about this earlier.
That man was coming off the bench just to hit you.
Look, people don't understand.
He was starting to get some press foul.
Give me the whole front court
over the
Give me the whole front court of the Indiana Pacers.
Artez O'Neal and
Steven Jackson. Give me them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got some problems.
Enforcer though.
Stack was crash. Stack is a crash out for Beaumont. I'm gonna just say we just said just right now.
No, not Stack. I'm talking about
Stack is a crash out for Beaumont.
He hold it down for Beaumont Port Arthur, man. That's Steven Jackson.
He is a crash
out.
Who
was the 2 forwards for Indiana when Reggie Miller was playing? Them 2 dudes was enforced.
Oh, and the Davis brothers.
Davis twin. Oh,
yeah, the Davis.
Man, you had to go around 2 screens of them. Nah, I'm straight.
Let's talk about the fact that Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas beat Michael Jordan's ass for a whole decade.
And wasn't apologetic at all about it. Like literally, come here, little boy.
Not at all.
Hey, Marlo, that's why he got to the gym and said, I got to get stronger.
He had to.
I got to get stronger.
I ain't going to take these ass whoopings no more.
Look, he might have had the height, He might have had the height on Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, but Joe Dumars got physical with him every time he saw him. Look,
and he didn't say nothing to him though. And that's the
look, Gary Payton, the only man alive to just completely lock Michael Jordan down. Only one.
What happened game 2?
I don't care.
In the 96 finals.
I know what you're talking about. MJ came back with a vengeance. Like, greats do.
And Ben Wallace was also a crash out. I absolutely agree.
Oh, Ben Wallace. Hey, give me Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace. That duo.
Ben Wallace was a crash out.
That whole Pistons thing was crash out.
Bro,
the only two people that was calm, cool, and collected was Chauncey and Rip.
Rip was the
that
cool.
was it. Because Tayshaun Prince will crash out in a heartbeat too.
Oh yeah.
Tayshaun really didn't say too much of anything, but Tayshaun got.
He didn't say it. He did it. He didn't say nothing. He just did it.
Look, I don't care what LeBron and Andre Iguodala done. Tayshaun Prince is the best chase down blocker I've ever seen. He's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, the man had his wingspan was over 7 feet.
Yeah, 7'1" wingspan on a 6'8".
The man tied his shoes without bending down. That's a problem.
That man did not.
And played lockdown defense. It was he could get off the screens. He could get off the screens, picks, whatever you tried to do to stop him. He was like when they played Reggie, they put him on Reggie Miller because they knew Reggie's going. Because you didn't want to put Rip on him because Rip was doing the same thing. Rip and Reggie is pretty much two of the same type players. They're gonna run out screens. They're gonna run baseline to baseline from sideline to sideline all day. So you put Tayshaun on there. First of all, he got the lane. It's like, where you going, little boy? Where you going? And then if you really think about it, because people think, well, because he's frail, Tayshaun was strong as hell. Y'all just don't know. He was in the weight.
Long arms.
He was long arms, but he was in the weight.
Him and Stacey Augmon.
Stacey Augmon. Plastic Man.
Stacey Augmon was another one. But see, the thing that made Tayshaun Prince great as a defender was the fact that he can go under or around screens. Like it didn't matter, because if he went around, his arms were still long enough to where he could affect the pass. So it's not going to be a great pass. And then if once you catch it, if the distance ain't great enough, he's still about to affect the shot. So it didn't matter on that side. They didn't have the same type of defenders for Indiana. That's why they couldn't beat Detroit.
Right. And, I was telling, like I said, with Kenyon Martin, he's a crash out too from Oak Cliff. He from my area, Cedar Crest area.
Hey, he got a ring too.
He got a ring. And when he you need somebody, if somebody messing with your teammate, he gonna be the one. I'm gonna fire off on him.
They had some dogs on that team too, because I like Richard Jefferson.
He ain't got no ring. Remember, he didn't get a ring.
He sure didn't. They played together, but he wasn't.
They played together. They got swept. They got swept by the Lakers.
True. But I also argue that the fines and the rule changes have made it hard to have a team crash out.
Yeah.
They're gonna suspend you for having
because they gonna suspend you and fine you. Just take your paycheck and give it back to them.
The crazy thing is about the fines. I would listen to Al Harrington, and he was on the Out the Mud podcast with Tony Allen and Zebo, and he was telling them that the fines are still the same about like what they do, that they were still the same when they fight. It's more of the suspension because that's when you're missing your money right there.
See, the Malice in the Palace messed it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Because ever since then, the suspensions for fighting in game they were outrageous.
Because you can't touch no fans.
That's the thing.
They crossed the line.
Hey, listen. If the fans started, I'm gonna finish it. Forget all that. Fans were on the court. So if I'm on the court, and he's charging me,
if they don't want to fight the fans, they need to put some damn glass up like hockey and let their ass play in the damn bubble.
There you go.
But they want the fans to be right there courtside getting dove into. Put some glass up there like hockey.
Yeah.
So
be like when Shaq tried to dive for a ball for the ball on the sideline, crash into about 20.
That woman's life playing before her eyes.
20, she just got 20 people who paid good money for them seats. Not bad money, good money.
She saw
paid $1,100 for this shit. Shaq gonna write a check. He gonna give you the money back.
I do. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead and me, big fella. I'm gonna need that check real quick.
Let's not forget, Shaq can crash out too.
Yeah.
Shaq was just too big. Everybody that really.
You know what? Hold on. We got to move on. We got to move on. But Anthony put up a comment, and it made me think about the fact that there is a player in the NBA who is an MVP who has, I don't think he ever played a full season, who is going to have a meniscus replaced. Embiid is going to have a meniscus replaced, or they're going to do some procedure that will keep him out probably for the rest of the season.
And he's still going to be out the league in 2 years. So for what?
Yeah, right.
He done.
Right.
Hey, Jabal, that man done put on with robbery. They man done put on a shite and said, "Give me all your damn money.
Give me the loot." Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
You know what? I finally found the CIAA bracket scores. Finally found them. Right now on the men's, BSU is beating Livingstone 50-47. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first half. We finna get canceled for real.
What you got going on?
You just mute that out.
Yeah, just edit
that. When I find the rest of the scores from earlier today, I will get them to you. Hopefully, again, we get Liv up here and tell us about the women's first round today. But shout out to the cameraman for the CIAA tournament. I ain't gonna go into detail about it, but you, sir, deserve a salute.
Bro,
you
I'm
did
tripping,
your thing.
I'm tripping that Charlotte is crying, asking about getting the damn tournament back down there, and Baltimore just said, "Nah, bro, we got it."
Nah, it's shout out to Winston-Salem State's women basketball coach. Absolute shout out.
Oh Lord,
I ain't going off the cliff. I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna come on back anyway. But real quick programming note. So the Johnny Black donations, we are going to do that at the end of the season because y'all breaking my monthly pocket. we gotta get some uniformity to this because I know $100 every now and then here and there don't seem like a lot, but at the end of the month, you look at, dang, my donations is crazy. We're gonna do that. It's easy to do it one time at the end of the year, and maybe I can get some of these people that are in my inbox hollering about they want to sponsor. Maybe I can get their conservative behinds to donate.
Right.
So if you want to be that conservative organization that want to do something with the podcast, I require donations to HBCUs. That is my requirement. This is non-negotiable.
Conservative, like we don't cuss and call people robbers on this show. They know who they trying to sponsor.
They say they watch the podcast. They say they watch the podcast.
Hey,
Clearly
tell them
they
to
don't
go
watch
back
me.
3 weeks to when you decided to invite me on a weekly basis and have them reconsider. Because I fight.
Hey man, I'll crash out.
So
in a heartbeat.
And you know how I do.
They want to donate. But again, we on Thursday night show, we had Devron on, who is a Republican. Speaking of which, we've been going for a little minute. We're gonna run a little promo for Thursday night. Hang on 1 second, we'll be right back. Oh God, this is gonna go ugly. This phone call is a risk. This is what you call.
And he doing it, and you doing it live.
Hey, quick question. What shoe size is Ash? Because Marlo is going to get him some snakeskin Rattler Air Force Ones.
Yes, sir.
He getting them.
He what size is he?
I don't know. You know what my shoes last. Shit, am I supposed to know that?
Oh, dear Father God. Remember when I said
You
this is...
First of all, you interrupted me eating my fucking french fries, and that's rude and disrespectful. Let's get that out of the way. Number two,
What happened?
I want to say a 5 feet.
What happened?
I think it was 5 was the last time I bought that shoe.
DP dying said something good just happened. What happened?
Are you listening?
I am listening to you, Melissa, and so is podcast.
Sweet baby Jesus, what just happened? This has got to be podcast gold.
You don't interrupt the woman when she's eating French fries. Lesson learned today.
It get me every time. It get me every time.
That just was a bad idea. Like, you talking about crash out.
She crashed out on the phone.
On the phone.
Just for some shoes, man. God.
Them shoes for the baby. She said, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
They funny. Like
that would never get old. That's gold right there.
It really did seem like a good idea at the time, in the moment.
And how many Jack and Cokes had you had when you thought that was a good idea?
Man,
too many.
We still have conversations about that night because she wants to know how much money she done made.
She tried to get her cut on the damn.
Oh man. So in the group chat, Doc, you posted that what is that? Azias, he didn't get. So I'm not familiar with his story, but I guess for his extra year, his request got denied. Was he in JUCO?
No. So remember, Azias was he played at Delaware State. He was first team All-MEAC at Delaware State as a freshman. He had to sit out. He sat out for one whole season, mainly because of his child, his son, right? So he was in the portal. He jumped out of the portal. Then he went back in. He had a couple of schools looking at him: Morgan, Alabama State, and of course Jackson. He chose Jackson. He came down to Jackson in 23 when TC was the head coach. In fact, that was TC's first recruit that he recruited to Jackson State. Played 2 years in Jackson, won an HBCU national championship. So when it came out about the JUCO, with the gaining that extra year back for if he was in JUCO, he wasn't in JUCO, but he had a legitimate reason why he needed that year back, because his coach kind of, I think, said in a sense, kind of screwed him up, screwed with him on that, which kind of messed him up. So, but all the while, even when he was in the transfer portal, he actually finished. I think he actually did get his degree from Delaware, and then he got his other degree from Jackson. So, but I had to talk to him about, with the degree. But I know he got his degree at Jackson State, and he had really had 2 extra years left. Because it was just a special situation. He applied for a waiver. It was more of a hardship because of what was going on with him at Dell State. And then, word today, he didn't get they denied his appeal. So his last game was the Celebration Bowl. More than likely, I hope he is on the sideline as a coach, because that kid right there is smart as hell, like very smart. But he is also a menace. He is also a crash out, just like us. When you get into do the coin flip, and every time he tells the opposing team, no matter if you at the vet or if we away, welcome to Jackson, Mississippi.
There you go.
Well, I'm sorry that ended for him. Well, not sorry that it ended the way it did, but I'm sorry that he does not get another year. We'll keep monitoring that in case something does change, because there was a situation at Florida State very similar. They denied his hardship and messed around and got another season. So we'll keep monitoring that. I don't know what is going on in Norfolk, Virginia. I don't know who has poured holy oil on that school, but there was a young man in the middle of a game against Morgan State. I believe his last name is Ings, I-N-G-S.
Mm-hmm.
Had a windmill tomahawk jam that sent vibrations through the internet all the way to ESPN Top 2. And you know how they hate to put HBCUs on TV. But that don't. When the coaches have to run down the bench to keep the players from running on the court, and I want to run the clip, but I'm afraid that if I run the clip, we're gonna get copyrighted. So
just if that's to happen, all you have to do is just trim it out. That's it.
So
that's what I do. Run the clip.
Just know that, Lord, I seen what you have done for other programs. If you could just get me 3 of them in Tallahassee on both sides of the track, I would be ever so thankful.
There's no reason why Florida State don't finish top 20 every year.
I'm about to say they only 16-11. They can't. They playing. Who they playing tonight?
See, you're gonna have to mute me, because
North Carolina?
if I start talking about that rising spear,
they played North Carolina yesterday.
Even before Rising Spear, there was no reason why Florida State should not have had top 20 teams every year. You got some of the best hoopers in the country right there in Bainbridge, and Hamp wouldn't go get them. Right. Bainbridge is a 27-minute drive from campus.
So I like Coach
and
Ham.
They will qualify for in-state.
But I feel Coach Ham is a transformative basketball coach. However, I feel about him the same way I feel about Mark Richt. He is an Ibis. And Ibis, by and large, have not endeared me to them greatly.
That's a nice way
and
to
I'm
put it.
saying that as judicious as I can.
You're getting better.
Y'all,
He being nice with it right now.
Y'all trying to see me crash out, but I ain't gonna do it.
Might as well.
I shut up. I
No,
didn't say
I'm
nothing.
not gonna
Once
crash
you
out
said
because
transformative coach, I was done because you don't.
It's crashed out Tuesday, or is
I'm
that Thursday? With
he has
Marlo
already stepped down, and as long as we get
I damn
Sam
near crashed out
Cassell,
at work today at 6:00. So let's go.
I don't even understand why he up here trying to be all politically correct. He crashed out on phone calls.
The shift opened at 6 o'clock.
It's
I was about ready to lose my shit. I said, I need to go to the office. I'm done.
This man had Evan Mobley, Jonathan Kuminga, what's the kid that was at Orlando?
Jonathan Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac. This man, who else did he have? Tony Douglas.
Yeah.
He had a plethora of players.
Terrence Mann.
Sheesh.
Yeah, a plethora of players come to that program, and they couldn't even get to a Final Four.
First of all, when you got seven people on your bench over 6'10", that's crazy.
I remember at one time we had 2 7-footers on the team. One from somewhere in Serbia and one from somewhere in Africa. 2 totally different sections.
I saw that Serbian dude at Walmart on Tennessee one night at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What the?
I won't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
When I tell you, I was in, and was it? Hey, y'all know how the Walmart on Tennessee made how it used to be before they moved in electronics. I was in electronics. I saw that dude come in the door.
Yeah.
I already know. I was like, dang, I know who that is.
Man, he couldn't get no trouble. They'll spot his ass out in a heartbeat.
Man.
He could, bro. When I tell you, like, he was up, he's walking down the aisles, and you see head, neck, and shoulders just walk like.
Oh, God.
I knew I was drunk. I really thought I was fucked up. I was like, I'm going home.
Oh man. All right. So real quick on the NIL front, Arizona State now has a key contributor to their NIL collective. James Harden is donating to Arizona State's NIL collective. Shout out to him for looking out for his old school. Oh man.
James Harden was at Arizona State, 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, he was there for 2 years.
So yeah. Real quick again, shout out to Norfolk State women for their 11-0 conference season with their 26-game home winning streak. Again, Lord, I have seen what you have done for others. All I need you to do is do the same for my Rattlers.
Amen. Hallelujah.
That's all I need you to do.
Deliver my North Carolina Tar Heels from the trenches, please, Lord.
Hold on. I'm glad you brought that up.
Dookie's up.
Let me go ahead and say this. Real quick.
Duke is putting belt to ass on
hands and feet right now. Hands and feet. Hands and feet, bro.
What you want me to do? Cry for the Ibis people?
No,
I'm gonna back the bus up and hit him again.
We didn't say that. We just said, hey, 37-point victory over lowly Miami now.
And you know, you know what? I'm gonna take a minute. It was all good about a year ago. About a year ago, you had some NIL money. You had Life Wallet money to back up your NIL collective. You had the Twins on the payroll. It was all good about a year ago. But you want to talk about that 2-10 season. You might want to get your money up. I'm just saying. It's okay. It's okay. Next year will be better. Maybe your fans will show up. Maybe you'll stop having your recruits lie and talk about the passion of the fans of the football program. He went to the Orange Blossom Classic. Ain't no way he went to a regular football game. I'm sorry. That was wrong. I got to do
How about Georgia just beat Florida by 5?
Look at God. See what happened when you pray?
That's messed up. You put God on them people cheering.
Right.
It ain't what. Listen. Let thy will be done. I am just here. Don't get mad at the message. Don't get mad at the messenger. Get mad at the message.
They still gonna be a number 1 seed.
Amen.
You know what?
Nah, because Georgia, all right. Well, they might.
They fell to 3. They
might
keep falling. Keep falling.
I don't know. They might give them a 2. Let's see how it shake out. Because I don't think the men's side has had like the same insanity that the women's side has had. I posted it in the group me the other day. Like everybody has lost to everybody, but at the same time, everybody has kind of beat but not beat everybody. Like it's a perfect scenario for some insanity on Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
As long as Auburn keep winning, and they'll be the number 1 overall seed in the in the tournament. And then as long as they don't have a hiccup in their conference tournament.
Their conference is pretty.
It's pretty stacked. It's strong. Yeah. As long as they don't hiccup in their conference tournament, they'll be the number 1 overall seed Constellation Sunday.
It's time to have a conversation about the effects of the media rights deal and how it also affects basketball. Because again, I say, when you have schools that have $60 million to play with, 60. That's why the SEC top to bottom is probably the strongest conference in basketball right now.
Yeah.
Because they got $60 million to play with.
No, they just been the strongest. They've been the strongest college basketball conference because it's just competitive.
It's been the last 3 years. It's been the last 3 years.
Think about it, dog. SEC schools benefit from having honestly one of the best media rights deals we will ever see in football. So you got $60 million coming in your school from media rights, and your football programs are worth $100 million. Your football programs are making so much money that they pulling money out of the football program to pay for scholarships for people for everybody else. They pissing $100 bills everywhere in the SEC.
They got
that's why when our schools lose to them, I don't get mad.
They got 8 schools that's in the top 25. 8.
Yes.
8 other things.
Our women's softball played Texas A&M the other day. We lost 11-2. I'm like, shit, we put 2 runs on the top 5 team and the SEC. I'm good.
Like everybody gets mad.
The game was way tighter than that. They got some good bets. The game was way better than that. But hey,
it's that and I know y'all don't. A lot of people don't want to hear me talk about that. That media rights is serious because word on the street is the. You know what? I'm gonna say I can't hold water. I'm gonna hold this one till Thursday so I can get somebody on the show. But just know them ad rates, them ad rates that people are paying for HBCU games. Yesterday's prices, damn sure ain't today's prices.
Okay, that's what I said.
I'm gonna put it like that.
Yeah,
it's called inflation.
And then, the Pac-12 might have a media rights deal that is worth talking about.
With the addition of Texas State, I can see it.
Nah, that was false. That was a false.
Yeah, that was a false report. I was about to say because who was paying $45 million to get out the AAC? And why does the
Memphis?
AAC have a $45 million payout?
Not Memphis
Buyout. Like it's not happening.
Memphis don't play nothing but one sport.
Yeah.
No, they got two now.
I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, no, the football team.
Respectfully,
What do you mean?
Florida State will happily give back Memphis.
I remember I lived in Memphis. I lived in Memphis when Norvell was there, and they was getting their teeth kicked in before he figured out how to win. I used to live right down the street from their damn stadium. Memphis has nothing better to do but to go to a football game, even when they lose.
You
No, I lived in Valentine. So the historic district in the hood are like this. It's like a street. One half the street, you good. If you cross over the other half of the street, bullets gonna whiz over your head.
Damn.
You're not good.
Yeah. It was just like that. Huh?
City of Memphis. If you want to have your tourism department reach out to us and come on and describe any changes that are going on, I completely understand. But as it stands right now, that's what it looked like. Anyway,
I'm gonna tell you like this as a Houstonian. If you are ever in Houston, Texas, there is an area called Acres Homes. It was built for the wealthy. It's a very nice area. You can leave your car windows down. You know what I mean? You good.
Hey,
especially.
So you know what? So DK, you posted your ticket up a day ago.
Yesterday. Yeah. That was fun. I was sad.
Hold on. Before we get to your ticket, EA, if he don't show out, tune in to Thursday's night show.
Oh no!
Sure.
I promise you,
show out, man.
I promise you, it's gonna be a show.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna practice my monologue. It's gonna be a show. Let them lose. Let them lose. It's gonna be ugly. EB,
not gonna lose today. That's fun. We're gonna be all right.
Yo, what?
I didn't say yours.
I need a 20-second timeout. I
didn't say yours.
Hold on. You know what? Hear me out. Listen, please understand, at Fat Mouth Sports, we are tolerant and accept everything and everybody, right? We understand that DK has made money off of Luka, right? Just not in the NBA playoffs, but we understand DK has made money off of Luka.
Well, no, I'm saying it's going to be a fun game. That's all. I hope so. Like you said, I hope he does. But I think it's just going to be fun. He's coming. I feel like for him, he should be coming up for revenge, like anybody should. Like they all tend to say, when they're out on these podcasts, like they're like, "Yo, when I see my old team, it's up." So
Listen,
I expect it. If it doesn't happen, it is what it is.
when I know I'm gonna see my old work with my new work be I make sure the new work is top of the line, dressed to the nines. If this man let his old work embarrass him, I'm gonna put on a performance, post it, and at him. The disrespect is gonna be clear and evident because you had people in Dallas crying, "Oh, Luka, it's a business, y'all."
You had me crashing out. I'm the number one Mavericks fan on this podcast right here. I'm the number one Mavericks fan on this podcast right here. I go back up at, you know what, just because, even though I got to work Thursday, I will put on a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. I put my Dirk jersey back on. Like, I put Tyson Chandler back on.
At least he won. He won.
Champion. Yeah. Dirk won too. Hey, Jamal.
Look about the win
Hey,
this year.
hey. I'm gonna be just like this. Ice up, son. Ice up.
And just be clear, I ain't got no problems. I ain't got no problems with Dirk. I ain't got no problems with JJ Barea. They proved my point. They're my peoples.
No, now they're your people. Oh.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
Right, they
did their thing. They won a chip.
Ball up top.
Ball don't lie.
It's just when you listen. I remember. I remember not one, not two, not three, and you lost two. You lost two.
What, NBA Finals?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
what?
what?
The best of the players, you know what I'm saying?
That's more than what any
No, but they
dudes
lost.
been to,
They
man.
lost one to Miami.
No, they
and
lost
who was
three
the other
though.
one?
I know he lost three for sure.
Who?
No, he lost three.
Bron
lost three.
Oh,
He lost three.
It's three. He got swept by the Spurs when it was him
Right,
and a bunch of nobodies
right.
in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Then
Hey,
they
Coach
lost
Mo was on that team.
now he got 4 losses actually. No, I know it's multiple.
Coach Mo was on that team
Then he lost.
with 07.
No,
He
he got
lost to
4.
Dirk, and then he lost to the Warriors twice.
Yeah, he lost to the
like,
Warriors.
Mo Williams on that team. In 07.
Yeah, Mo Williams. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but Mo Williams was on that team. He was his point guard.
He was
Damn
cool.
right.
Mo
So
was cool,
it
man.
was. He got. They
Hey,
got
hey,
swept
hold
by
on.
the Spurs.
Hold on. I done sent requests over to Jackson State. Coach Mo, we ain't got no problems with you. You good people.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like Mo was
No.
cool, but like when
No,
you stacking up against
that
that team that
When
they
I
had
said
to
it,
play
I
against.
so I honestly forgot Mo Williams was on the team, right? And that wasn't out of no disrespect, Coach Mo, but like when you think about who LeBron had on that team and who he went against in that finals,
it was
Yeah,
him.
but I'm gonna say though, Coach Mo is the only reason why they kind of got over that hump.
Nah,
because
you gotta say it like this. Igosky was. I mean,
he was old.
He was old,
but he had just got there. LeBron never had no sort of offense until him.
So on that team, it was Bron, Coach Mo, Jonas Ilgauskas. The dude, he ended up going to Cleveland the next year, and he won the championship.
Was Drew on that team? Drew Gooden? Am I?
Yeah, Drew Gooden.
Drew Gooden was on that team.
Drew Gooden was on the team.
Drew Gooden.
What year was that? 07?
It was 07.
Yeah.
07 Spurs swept them.
Anthony Parker, maybe. Danielle Marshall, no.
Yeah, Danielle Marshall, Anthony Parker, all them. Yeah, all them.
Like Candace Parker.
But Danielle was on the downside of his career.
Yeah.
So 07 Spurs, they got swept out of the building. Then he go to Miami, 2011.
Daniel Daniel Gibson, Anderson Varejao, Eric Snow, Scott
Anderson
Pollard,
Varejao.
David Wesley, Aaron Newby, Sasha
Pavlovich.
Yeah, Doc, no.
and Damon Jones.
Damon Jones.
Yep.
He needs to have a coach job.
Team.
I
He
agree.
need to have a head coach
No. He a GM somewhere. I don't know where he at, but he a GM. I don't know if it's from Heat or Sun. He GM somewhere.
But yeah, so that 017, then in 2011 it was 4-2 to the Mavericks, and then what was the next one he lost? He lost the one to the Warriors. He lost the one to the Warriors. To the Warriors.
Yeah. Because he had Anthony Dellavedova or whatever the dude name was.
Matt Dellavedova. Because Kyrie got hurt. Kevin Love got hurt.
Kevin Love got hurt. Yeah.
Dellavedova, JR, I guess.
Again.
And they gave the finals MVP to goddamn Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, that, and then the next year he won, and then the following year, I believe, they beat him, right?
Hold on, bless you.
Or they went back to back, and then
hold on. What does that mean? Wait, hold on, what does that mean?
What's up, son?
What? Hold on, I got questions. I got questions. Hey, you know what? Since I got questions. Y'all be posting, kids be posting stuff on the internet, and I don't really catch the meanings. Why y'all doing stuff in the back of a U-Haul? Why I clicked on that thread and seen that rap video?
Wait, what happened? I don't like. I've been told what we're talking about, but I don't even know.
Dude was doing a freestyle and he opened up the U-Haul and all you could see was
splacky. I'm like, wait, hold on, wait. I'm confused. How does this? Okay, I'm fine with everybody's artistic expression. I just need to understand how that artistic expression correlates with the freestyle. Like
it don't.
The name
and
of
I'm
the freestyle.
mad.
The name of the freestyle is called Project Pat. I listened to so when I seen it, I listened to the word. I listened to it this morning on Apple. I was like, they got a catchy beat to it. He freestyling on it. It ain't that bad, but just the video of
I can't get that out of my head
of the porn star in the back of the U-Haul.
But here's what
getting Steve Smith. I'm just like it is. Getting Steve Smith in the back of the U-Haul is diabolical work.
But it get worse because somebody tweeted, "We rented a U-Haul for homecoming and put a sofa and a bed in the back of the U-Haul." Now, for anybody that's familiar with homecoming in Tallahassee, the hotel rooms are $1,500 for the weekend. As I'm looking at this, if I can figure out a way to get an AC in the back of a U-Haul, this might not be a bad idea.
Hey, just renting a venture van and
the devil is a lie.
Or just get you a U-Haul. Just don't do that. Don't just get you out of U-Haul. Get you a Winnebago.
Talk about keep pounding.
Winnebago. Get you a Winnebago.
The keep pounding the sight of the dude crashing out to Steve Smith in a damn.
Since we here,
oh man,
since we here,
let's go and talk about that.
Since we here, so I want to give a disclaimer first. We here at Fat Mouth Sports do not condone the language or the content of the next 5 minutes. However, this is a newsworthy sports story, so we are going to discuss it in as cleanly as possible and be as respectful as possible.
I'm gonna just stay muted.
Oh no,
Marlo.
You need to go first.
I need your opinion on this. So for those who don't know, as this was unfolding onto the internet, because I thought this was some kind of hoax, as it was unfolding, it turned out to be real. A gentleman, we're gonna call him Matt, responded to a Steve Smith post of him golfing by saying, "Does your wife and kids know you're sleeping with my wife?" He then proceeds to post screenshots of text messages between him and who we assume is his wife. These text messages are quite graphic and quite embarrassing if you are said spouse. Because again, in the era of Twitter, there is no shame.
We need to bring back
some key issues that Marlo might want to discuss is the quote.
I'll get it.
You was so deep, you moved my IUD.
That sounds about right.
So
obviously, she's used to dealing with a short knocker, and he was not. he didn't have the proper equipment. First of all, this is my whole problem with the whole thing. Why, as a man, why would you call another man and record it just to put it on the internet that you recorded talking to him, that he had then dug a pothole in your wife? Why would you want to put that out there? Like, oh, what kind of man's is you? Like, you got bigger problems than that, because now you throwing a tic tac in the hallway. That's what you doing. You literally throwing a tic tac in the hallway. So I'm really not understanding the point. You should have just moved on. I would just get a divorce. You got all the proper information. You probably the breadwinner because you was working for the organization. You ain't got to even pay no spouse support. Just move on. It's over with. Like, once you posted the message that he was carrying dangling, like doing some Tarzan Jane shit to your wife, why you going? I don't need the world to know that.
I said it. Hey, people just gotta learn how to take their L's in private, bro. Now, would I have sent it to her mama and her preacher? Absolutely, but I wasn't gonna tell the internet though. Your mama and your preacher didn't know.
I don't even. First of all, he married, so like. He could have sent the text message to his wife or found her, and they could have handled that in house. So
wait, hold on, wait. We got to get to that part of the story, Marlo. We got to get to
to the story.
It's more to the story. So
really more to the story.
I didn't.
This woman used to march in the Ravens marching band.
So first off, posting a call and recording it of you talking to Steve Smith and him saying okay.
No, he said sorry.
Yeah, he said sorry. He said sorry. I don't know what else you was gonna get from him.
What else would you want? Like, what was your purpose of calling him?
Hey,
Steve Smith is better than Troy.
Because some people would have been like, I ain't talk to your wife. I don't know why you calling me.
Oh no. I had a rule back before I got saved.
Back before you got saved.
Right.
if your man called me, whatever we did, I'm gonna expound on it and make it 10 times worse.
I don't know how you can make it worse than the text messages.
That's petty right there, bro.
You can't even make it worse than the text messages.
Oh yes, you can, because Steve Smith
response. If you send a text message to a dude, a chick sent a text message to a dude talking about you was so deep you knocked my ID out of place. How much more graphic you need to get?
Well, Steve Smith posted a response saying that why would you something to the effect of why would you tell my wife when your wife was eating my wife's bloop 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 bloop.
Man said I'm hurt. Everybody hurt.
Now that's famous.
Your wife has now been called community property. It is too late to pull up, as Marlo would say.
He need to be on suicide watch because he got fragile emotions already. Because you want to call another dude talking about, then you know she was married. Of course. all of this was known information. He know who you are.
Yeah.
And so I was following the tweet trail, and I woke up the other morning, and his government name was no longer a part of his profile. My question is, why would your government name ever be posted first? So now your coworkers looking at you funny.
Y'all already know this man that crashed out. He threw caution to the wind when he started posting the text. Like, there is no good that was gonna come out of you posting text messages. Your wife telling another man he's so deep in her he knocked her damn birth control loose. There is no good gonna come of that. Like that, at that point, you might as well just went and did a news interview, just put it all out there, like they're doing them now commercials. Yo, my name is John. And he gonna live where he at?
He can't. He gotta move.
No,
his name.
No, he could. First of all, if he was thinking right, he could have flipped this into something different. Because now he's an injured spouse. And that plays well in them dime bars with some of these other chicks that know who you are. It's like, oh, wait a minute. You work for a professional organization? I know you ain't married now.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, man.
He just wasn't. He wasn't thinking.
Marlo, you know,
I'm just giving y'all some stuff to think about.
So, fans, sometimes there are topics.
Steve must have been doing something like that. Her husband was doing because he was knocking the lightning out of that thing.
The lightning.
So, I want to make sure the fans, when you want to point blame at this short little excerpt from the podcast, it's my fault. I brought this up.
Hey, this might be what we need to go viral. Sponsorship around the corner.
Sure is.
Man.
Hey, you know what? Roll. I seen y'all commercials. You know what? Roll. Holla at us. We need some sponsorship money. We can, you know what? We can make a commercial.
I've been known to knock a few IUDs loose in my day. I ain't never been no short knocker, so.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying, I ain't got to manufacture shit like Shannon Sharp.
And not be put on Instagram.
Hey, man.
Marlo knows how to operate. Marlo knows how to operate his phone. Nobody is You will never get anyone from Fat Mouth Sports lying about accidentally recording coitus.
That's just silly. Like, if you gonna put it out there, just put it out there and say what it is. It was an accident. Hit the button 3 times and then went live the other 4. And man, let's speak with that shit.
Boy, he was knocking her through the damn washer and dryer.
Hey, that's because y'all kept calling that man Zesty over that purse.
Zesty.
First of all, if you go up there looking like an old Thundercat with some goddamn tights and whatnots on, getting out of a car like you in a fashion shoot, you gotta come on now. You gotta expect some level of pushback.
Not Thundercat.
Man, he looked like he had on Chitara outfit.
Hey,
you know, for everybody that is fans of the Fat Mouth Sportcast, fans of Fat Mouth Sports and the Madness Basketball Podcast, I would love to say that we don't normally do this, but I would be lying.
You'd be lying.
I'd be lying. Because we touched on the fact that like Cardi B told her baby daddy, ex-husband, that she ain't gonna argue with nobody she put fingers in. So this is right par for the course. We just
wow.
So that being said, we're gonna run a quick little promo and we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Still,
what the hell is that on the screen? That should say BCU donation fund.
We're going around the whole SWAC, Marlo. The whole.
Why in the fuck is it under my picture? What in the hell just happened? My bad, y'all. I
tell you what, Marlo will never hesitate to alienate a whole fan base.
Hey man, that was not my fault.
Hey, I just want to make sure I'm reading the group chat correctly. Did Bethune-Cookman's offensive line coach go to Mississippi Valley? Is that what I'm saying?
Nope. That is the 3-time D2 national champion offensive line coach from Ferris State. Is now the new offensive coordinator and offensive line coach at Mississippi Valley.
And then I said, Thune ain't never gonna win a game.
Okay. And who's mad at that? I want them motherfuckers to win in marbles, let alone football.
I want to tell y'all to be better people, but I got up this morning and said good morning to everybody, and then said good morning to the Bootskins and Ibis people, and asked did they stub their toe this morning. So I'm not going to judge anybody's morals because I'm on the slippery slope as it is.
You really should not.
Oh God. Oh man. Real quick before we get up out of here, the SWAC race is getting real heated down the stretch. There is a two-way tie at second and a 3-way tie at third. And third and second is separated by I think 1 game. Southern is still the class of the conference. FAMU has the ability to write their own check, if you will, going down the stretch because they do end the season in Daytona. I will be in Daytona. Hopefully, the web application for Bethune-Cookman works properly, and they get my request for post-game media credentials. Don't do it, Marlo. Don't do it. Don't. I seen you unmute yourself. I seen you unmute
You
yourself.
talk about you hope that it go well. You know you talking about. They were out there trying to share computers.
Damn.
You talk about something. You hope it go well. Fuck them. We can just go buy a ticket. It'll be faster. They probably gonna be playing at Maine High School anyway.
They got
because they gym is tragic.
They got away, but Manor High School got basketball facilities on the beach with no
Y'all know I gotta
stage
call Reggie Theus
behind
tomorrow,
the
right?
visitor's bench.
Y'all know I gotta pick up the phone to call Reggie Theus tomorrow.
Well, ask him where the lie at. That's what you need to do.
What the fuck?
Everybody.
Hey, make sure you call when you talk to Reggie.
Yes, they do.
Make sure when you talk to Reggie, make sure that that Chicago's Jerry curl don't be too wet, don't be too dry.
What's up, Juju?
Oh shit, that is funny.
Let's tournament format.
I see you.
Talk about the tournament format for
Hey, hey, Troy. EA said just sit next to him and them your medical media credentials.
He said sit next to him on the stage.
D1 program with a stage in the gymnasium.
Hey, Rice had that too.
No, I'm just saying.
Rice had that too. The stage.
What?
So the setup for the SWAC basketball tournament is on both sides, on men's and women. But the setup is basically starting on March 11th. It's gonna be March 11th. Gonna be 4 games. So game 1 is supposed to be the number 17 versus the number 10 team. Game number 2 is going to be the number 8 seed, the number 18 versus the number 19. That's on March 11th. March 12th is the number 2 team versus the winner of game 1, and the second game on the same day, on that day, is the number 1 seed versus the winner of game 2. Now, here's my stick right here. The game 5 between number 3 and number 4 and number 5. They get an actual double bye, where it should be, to me, it should be reversed. You're trying, so if it, don't get me wrong, I like what, but the way it should have been done was number 1 and number 2 play on the 13th. Number 3, game 3, number 3 and number 6, and number 4 and number 5 should be played on the 12th. Give the top 2 teams that, you know what I'm saying, give them a double bye. Let the other ones play out, because you'll get that rest. So let's just say the season ended today on the men's side. Jackson State and Southern are the top 2 teams in the conference. Southern will be number 1. Jackson State will be number 2. Then everybody got to fight for the scraps. So the number 10 and the number 17, number 10 team more likely is Prairie View, if I'm not mistaken. They will be playing. So I would say give them give the number 1 and number 2 seed the double wide instead of them playing on the 12th, which is just one bye. But the 3, 4, 5, and the 6 seeds have a double bye. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of get. So it should have been in a way where, like I said, take it into the Big East back in the day. Like the top 4 teams, the top 2, top 3, whatever teams, they'll get the double bye. The second best 3 teams will get the single bye, and then everybody else will you know what I'm saying? They will fight for everything else. So that is how the tournament, SWAC tournament, is being set up this year.
So for the MEAC, we'll talk about the MEAC next week, because really what is going to be interesting, especially on the women's side of the MEAC, if everything goes to plan and Norfolk State women will win the tournament, there'll probably be a 13 seed. If somehow Coppin State pulls off an upset, I'm just saying if Coppin State pulls off an upset, you will have a situation that a team that has gone, let's say, in order to get between 27-1 to 29-1, 29-1 over the last 2 years is playing in the NIT.
Yeah, because they not gonna let Norfolk in over
Whoever.
some smaller mid-major that probably got their teeth kicked in a couple times too. That's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Norfolk got to win out, unfortunately. And yeah, they're definitely a 13 seed. They are not a 16 seed. When they played South Carolina 2 years ago, Don Staley said it then that team was not a 16 seed.
And then they should not even been what was they last year when they played Stanford and they played against with Cameron Brink.
I think they gave them a 16 again, but they played Cam Brink tough.
Yep.
They had to get Stanford had to get in their bag to beat them.
Yeah.
Shoot. They beat up the supermodel in that game right there.
Mm-hmm. And she a dog. Like don't let that Cam Brink is a dog for real.
Yeah.
So, but it is, like I said, it is CIAA week. You can find all of the games on ESPN Plus. I don't know how I feel about that, but they are well produced. They are well produced games. I can't front. I was enthralled. The commentary was well put together. Again, cameraman, top notch cameraman. So it is on ESPN Plus. Speaking of media, there was a big game that happened in the SWAC between Alabama A&M and Florida A&M that, quite honestly, I could not watch because the number of streaming services that I pay for to get content for this show is ridiculous. And to add another one would be stretching my pockets too much. Like if I did, I think the average is like $9.99, but there's some that are like $14 and $15. If I got everybody's individual streaming service, I think I would have been at like $96 a month just for those auxiliary streaming for games that are on ESPN Plus and ESPN. And I'm going to continue to say it, man. These media rights, you got to do something about it. And y'all have heard me gripe about one particular company that's got a few of these streaming university plans that I can't stand because they software suck. I should be able to watch my favorite university on my TV. I should not have to connect my laptop to my TV. Then I can actually expand the screen and see the whole game. Because I had to watch a particular game on a 40-inch TV where the actual screen size of the application was like 8 inches.
Damn.
Diabolical.
Sidearm Sports, you suck. You need to
First of all,
this is an easy fix.
Keep playing with me. It's an easy fix, all right. Get somebody, man, go Facebook Live, get all the games. Keep playing.
So that's, and please understand, this is not a situation that is unique to the SWAC. There are other conferences that use 2 different services that suck. And I like North Carolina A&T. I do. I cannot stand Flow Sports. Flow Sports, the application, not Flow Sports, the cable channel. Because I found out that I have Flow Sports, the cable channel. That's wonderful. I see all of that. That's beautiful. Your web application, it's 2025. And I'm going to leave it there. I've been writing code way too long to know what is possible for this stuff to be going on. This is ridiculous. And you ask people to pay $33 a year and so on and so forth. It's crazy. Do better. But as you said, I want to thank everybody for coming out real quick. We love to talk sports on this show, but sometimes politics intersects with sports. And unfortunately, I got to talk about people who don't respect the fan, right? I live in the Tampa Bay area. And in the Tampa Bay area, we have a unique situation where we have a major league franchise seeking a new stadium. Part of being in the Tampa Bay area is that I'm also in Florida, where our idiot governor got on Bill Clinton's internet and said he wants to end property taxes. And a few people tweeted at me and said, no, he just wants to make it so that, when your home value goes up, that your property tax value goes up. That ain't what he said. I heard what he said. I heard the messaging and saw the messaging of the people pushing the message. They said, end home owners tax, right? Did you know in my county of Hillsborough County, 77% of the revenue produced comes from, yes, your home property taxes. So these cover services like law enforcement, emergency services, school teachers, so on and so forth, roads that we have a continuous pothole problem. But they are saying that they want to end property taxes. Only in my state, where the entire world thinks that Florida is full of idiots, that my idiot governor is pushing this ridiculous plan. And then I hear that Vivek Swamy, or whatever his name is trying to run for governor of Ohio, and is screaming the exact same thing. If you think that defund the police was some radical statement, this is defunding the police. It ain't rocket science. 70% of revenue gone. You're not replacing 77% of revenue. You are putting police officers, firefighters, nurses, teachers out of work. We don't need 5 bullet points to figure out what they did yesterday. All we're going to need to know is people gonna be robbing bird eyes for fun. We need to think. We need to think.
You know you old as hell if you say bird eyes.
Boy, I thought he was finna say something about Gayford's next. Boy, say bird eyes.
I'm just saying. Oh. Hey Doc, what you got for us this week?
I'll probably be on tomorrow. Talk about SWAC basketball going into the stretch run. Some teams got 3 games left. Some of us got 4. And pretty much going to get ready for SWAC basketball tournament. Y'all know it's in Atlanta over there by the airport near College Park. College Park. Other than that, just checking on Twitter, seeing if Buddy still gonna crash out again over his wife, getting
Oh Lord.
getting straight drilled on by Steve Smith. And the situation with Steve Smith, what his wife gonna do. And let's start with the bootleg freestyle videos where you gotta if you want to get views and attention, you don't need to have no porn star on your video doing what she do. That's put that shit on OnlyFans. That's what it's for. Other than that, shout out to my alma mater, Cedar Hill High School, Lady Longhorns. We are going down to state. We just defeated last Friday. You like this, CP? The defending 6A state champion, Duncanville Lady Panthers. So we are headed on down to state. Haven't been down there in 2010. The last time we haven't been to the state finals since my senior year in high school. That was in 1997. So hopefully we'll bring it home to the Southwest Dallas County. And pretty much boys playoff basketball here in the state of Texas is get ready to also heat up. We got regions this weekend, and then of course next weekend we'll have state semis and state finals next weekend. Shout out to them Kimball Knights over there in Oak Cliff. Y'all keep hooping. We got some other players. We got some other schools in there from the neighborhood. Carter Cowboys, keep hooping. Got just everybody that's in the city of Dallas. Y'all keep hooping. Other than that, I'll be back on Thursday with y'all, even though I'll be at work. That's gonna be something. But Saturday I will be I'll probably be broadcasting, be on live Saturday for the games for Saturday night. Other than that, that's about it. And I still say crash out on your kids. They need it. If you gotta put a shiesty on and crash out on them Negroes, go ahead and do it.
DK, what you got? DK, what you got for us this week?
I'll keep it short. Well, with the 2 games that are going on right now, one being the Laker game with the Mavs. It's going to be fun to see Luka play once we get off of here, see him play against his old team and all that. But also see now that all right, you got the so-called revenge game over with, done with. What's the rest of the season going to look like? They're top 4 in the West right now, so it's going to be really exciting to see, if the Lakers could pull this thing off somehow, some way. That'd be nice to see. But also now, as I'm watching, Suns just sold, and now they're going to overtime. starting to kind of beg the question, what do you do? You had, brought together all this talent. It hasn't amounted to nothing. We're, I believe, the 9th seed. I don't think we envisioned that when we brought Beal in and Kevin in to be the 9th seed. That just doesn't make any sense. So we'll see where the rest of the season brings us. Hopefully they can get this thing done in overtime versus the Grizzlies. If they can't beat them, it's gonna be rough. But that's my time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch you guys next Tuesday.
Marlo, sir, what you got for us this week?
I'm just gonna say a couple things. I don't usually jump on Tuesdays because I be playing softball. I had a game. We won the championship, the regular season championship. We got playoffs next week. But I just want to, first of all, say if y'all are out there in precarious situations, do not be documenting and leaving paper trails. If y'all are out here getting text messages, yeah, they got WhatsApp. That stuff is encrypted. Don't leave yourself exposed. Do yourself a favor. If you decide to venture down that path, get a flip phone. You can't even text on them. Like this is gonna be a whole thing for a few minutes. But on the real, I enjoy talking junk with you guys. And for the people that threw Cookman, I mean it. I mean everything I said. Damn you. And damn your facility. Damn your losing ways. But everybody else be great. That's all I got.
Again, tomorrow, I'm going to have to call them people and graciously ask for media credentials. This gonna go well.
Just tell them I said it. Just tell them I said it.
Oh yeah, this
they know how I feel.
Credentials down there, they'll give them to you just freely.
Oh man, you know what, Jamal, what you got for us this week, man?
I got a couple things to say. I'm following your vein, Warren. When you were talking about property taxes in Florida, I want people to realize that elections have consequences, right? Just recently, Florida voted to increase homestead exemption with inflation and with the value of your property. So your homestead exemption goes up, which saves you money on property taxes. And I'm gonna say this with my whole chest, because I'm from Florida and I'm grown and I can't get no whipping. You dumb fucks really don't know how the world honestly works. And that's pretty much what I got to say about it. My sister, who's an NP, and she works in nurse practitioner for people that don't know, and she works in low-income areas with women who have high-risk pregnancies, mainly Black women and poor women, and the program is funded 100% by property taxes. And there is somebody somewhere who she probably works with who voted for this nonsense. And when these programs get cut, then everybody gonna well, why the program got cut? Because you voted for no property taxes. Why my kids' school closing? Because you voted for no property taxes. I called the police the other night and they ain't never show up because you ain't got but two now, because that's all y'all can afford. But elections have consequences and nothing is free here. Everything gonna cost. That's what I got for that. Second thing, my favorite WNBA crash out finally decided to retire after waiting the whole summer to say if she's retiring or not. Diana Taurasi. I did not appreciate this woman's game until she was no longer a UConn Husky. And for those of you that want to know why, when we get off this podcast, go to YouTube and look up a commercial with Gino Luigi Ariema, and it's called Because I Have Diana Taurasi and You Don't. I hated her since that damn commercial. And mainly because I think they either were supposed to play Tennessee when they dropped the commercial, or the commercial dropped during the Tennessee game and they lost bad too. But anyway, my favorite crash out. She has led the league in technical fouls at 132. She has been ejected out of more games than I can think of. Anytime there was a fight and the Phoenix Mercury was involved, Diana Taurasi was in the corner putting the battery in somebody's back for them to throw hands. You will be missed. Final thought, everybody that's watching Unrivaled and seeing the development of Angel Reese's game, if you are not familiar with Lisa Leslie, go back and watch Lisa Leslie and then watch Angel Reese now, when you will see why she's developing the way she's developing. On her podcast, Lisa said, if it's one thing I can change is the way you shoot your layups, and we gonna fix that. And it has been on full display. So I'm ready. I think this summer is gonna be fun. I think the women's NCAA tournament is going to be ridiculous because, everybody has beat everybody. But hey, madness of basketball. Lord Jamal, I'm out. I don't have nothing crazy to say this week, people.
TP, what you got for us this week?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. NBA, we got to do better as a product, like we was talking about earlier, just the competitiveness has left the game. Can we bring that back? They tried to do something with the in-season tournament. It's cool and all, but that's not what the fans really want. The fans want players to be engaged throughout the season. We don't want to tune into a game and half of the starters not playing, or they're playing, but they're not really playing. That has become a big problem, and just seeing how the NHL blew them out All-Star Weekend just further proves this point. The All-Star Weekend is a joke now. The dunk contest is a joke. I don't know. We got to do better though. My Rockets are doing good this season. We've had a bad stretch of years, but we're trying to get back to prominence. Jalen Green and Alex Siegman leading the way. So, go Rockets. But I have more for y'all on Thursday. I just want to see a better product from the NBA. And we're getting ever so close to March Madness. So, start thinking about your brackets. But with that, we'll catch y'all later this week.
Well, again, pay attention to the Lakers Mavs game. I think it's an 8-point lead for the Lakers right now. Should the world flip upside down and the Lakers lose, please tune in. You know what? Tune in Thursday anyway. Because if they win, if the Lakers win, they supposed to win. But if they lose, get your popcorn ready. I'm going to be a fool. You know what? That being said, for everybody at the Madness Basketball Podcast, we are out.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
Ball up top.